Hi, I'm Cherie, and I'm going to be walking my friend Rena through how to do a layout in Studio J. I hope you enjoy yourself. We are going to walk through creating an account and how to go through the whole layout process. I'm going to show you just how fast, simple, and easy this is. Okay, let's get started. First, you're going to start with my website, cherie.myctmh.com. That's SHERRIE.MYCTMH.com. You're going to go right here on your Studio J online scrapbooking link. This is the screen that it's going to take you to. If you've already got a login, then this is where you are going to log in right here. Since Rena does not have an account, we are going to go over here and create an account. So I'll walk you through on how to actually create that account. Okay, once you are in, this is where you're going to type in your information. You're not going to be entering any credit card information or too much personal information. Basically, it's your first and last name, your username, which is going to be your email address, plus a password. So let's go ahead and get started there. The next screen you see is going to be this one. At this point, it says Enter Studio J. Go ahead and click that. Okay, now we're ready to get started with Studio J. This is the first screen that we're going to see. From here, we can go to My Projects and take a look at some of the projects that we've already started, if you have. You can go ahead and start to create a new project right here. If you're ready to purchase your projects or view your cart, you're going to go here. And if you're interested in becoming a member, which I'll talk about a little bit later, this is where you can go ahead and become a member. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to create our first project. A project name is going to describe a group of pictures. I'm going to choose some pictures of my boys riding their motorcycles. So I'm just going to call this project Boys Riding. April 2009. Okay, from here, this is where we're going to choose the photos that we want to upload for our project. Start uploading photos now. And I am going to choose all of the photos that I want to use in my project. While my photos are uploading, you can kind of see the progress that they're making. And what's nice is I don't actually have to sit and wait for them to upload. I can go ahead and continue right here at the bottom and start working on my layout. Next screen is going to show you all of the paper packets that are available. Now, these are the same paper packets that were available in our regular idea book at one time or another, and there are actually a few layouts in here that are exclusive to Studio J members only. So again, I'll talk about those memberships later, but it's very cool. Judging by the pictures that we have, we can choose a category. And you can see some of the categories listed. We've got baby, we've got heritage, we've got school and friends. Or if you know the name of your paper kit, you can enter that right here. I happen to know that I want to use my rough and tumble kit. So I started to type it in, and I'm going to choose that kit. Once I have it chosen, I'm going to click the continue button. Now, if you've noticed over here on the left, my pictures are still uploading. Now, if you have high-speed internet, your upload process will probably be a lot faster than mine. Unfortunately, I live in the country, slow internet, so it's going to take mine a little extra time. Okay. Now you can see all of the different layout options that we have available. You can choose from here, but as you can see, it's slightly overwhelming. So I'm going to look over here. I've got 7 pictures that I know I want to use on my layout. So I'm going to go over here where it says Find Patterns With. Click on the drop box with 7 photos. And as you'll see, I'll have a few less options to choose from. Now, I know in particular I have a picture that I really want to highlight, and it's a vertical picture. And then I have a couple more close-ups that I'd like to have of my kids that happen to be horizontal pictures. So this seems like it would be the perfect layout for me. Now, if you've noticed, there's also a handful of layouts here that are available for members only. These layouts are so very cool, so it might be something that you want to choose once you have your membership. Go ahead and press continue. Now it's going to show you a couple of different kit mixtures using a handful of the papers that are available in that kit. What's nice about Close to My Heart papers is all of the papers, the pattern paper, the cardstock, everything coordinates beautifully. So it really doesn't matter what you pick, you're going to get a great layout. Okay? If you don't see the perfect combination, don't worry, because we're going to have an opportunity later to change out some of those papers or add to them, and I'll show you how to do that. For now, this is the kit mix that I want to use. So as we see, our layout pops up on our screen. We have a thumbnail of what our layout is. If we have a lot of pictures that we want to scrapbook in our project, for instance, maybe I had about 25 pictures to put in our project, but I don't want 25 pictures in one layout, we might choose to add a layout, and you are going to see each one of those layouts listed right down here. That way I can choose to put 6, 7 pictures on one layout. I don't know if you've noticed in the other ones, but we could actually put up to 16 pictures in a layout. My layout has now been completely uploaded, and in order to make this a little bit bigger, I'm going to go ahead and hide my thumbnails. Brings my screen up just a little bit. Okay. Another thing you can do is right-click in the white area, and you're going to see this is where you show or hide the rotate and swap buttons. Now those hide, rotate, and swap buttons are right here, and this is where I can actually rotate my whole page if I wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and do that just so you can see just how easy that is. Okay, and you can rotate it as many times as you want to, and everything is going to adjust. Over here, the swap button is where you can actually flip-flop those pages. So already with those two steps, you can see the versatility that you've got with Studio J. For now, I don't want to be bothered with those, so I'm going to go ahead and hide those buttons. At this point, I'm going to start making some changes. The first thing I want to do is I want to change this background paper. I have a hard time with white on a lot of layouts, so I want to give it some color. So over here on my left, I'm going to choose paper. And you'll see all of the cardstocks that they recommend. These are all of the featured colors in our paper packets. Down below, I've got all of my background and texture papers. So if I want, I can actually make that one of my background and texture papers. What I'd like to do is I'd like to use the Clover Meadow paper. I select it, and as I'm holding that color, I'm bringing it over, dragging it to exactly where I want it. When I release, voila, we've got green paper in the back. If I decide afterwards, oh, you know, I really don't like that green, let me see what yellow looks like, just with a click, you can see what yellow looks like. But to me, maybe a little bit too girly for my boys, so I'm going to stick with the green. Now you'll see some of our already pre-placed embellishments. This is the best part, because I don't have to think about where I want my embellishments. Of course, I have the opportunity to move them around. I have the opportunity to delete them if I choose to. But for simplicity today, I'm going to just leave them as they are. I'm going to choose the color. I've chosen to use my cranberry. Now again, up on the top, you see all of the recommended colors. But in reality, we can choose from any one of our 60 Close to My Heart colors. Today, I'm going to go ahead and choose cranberry. And look at that. All of my brads are cranberry colored. Now, what if I wanted them all to be different colors? Not a problem. Click on my brad. Again, choose your colors. And you'll notice on the bottom, I can apply it to all like items, or I can just color that one item. Only this item, and I want that particular brad to be green. And there we have it. We have one green brad. Of course, looks a little silly. I'm going to go ahead and change that back to cranberry. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do our buttons. Choose my color. I'd like to keep all the buttons the same. Make them Clover Meadow. Now, you even can choose the color of the thread that's holding the button on the paper. Select that. Choose my color, keeping it on all liked items, and let's go ahead and go with cranberry. Now you'll see that we've got some ribbon placed on our layouts. Well, I have two boys. Ribbon, doesn't really fly real good with them. So I'm going to click my ribbon and see this little trash can? Click, gone. There it goes. The little bow, yeah, got boys, gone. No big deal. I'm going to go over on this side. See that one? See you later. Goodbye to bows. I'm pretty sure my boys are going to appreciate that greatly. Now, there's also this random little button over here. It's kind of bothering me. I understand why it was there in the first place because we had a ribbon originally here. I'm going to go ahead and just delete that button. Don't forget about the little thread. Now, it's kind of hard to see that thread, so I'm going to zoom in over here. Look at that. Now I can see where my little thread is, select it, and delete it. Go back up to this zoom, zoom back out to 100%, you can see my whole layout again. Now anytime you want to get rid of any kind of box or anything like this, just click on the outside of the layout in the white and you're going to have a full clean palette again. Here's another one of those embellishments that I think is slightly misplaced because I got rid of my ribbon, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one as well. Keeping my layout very simple today. Okay, let's check on my photos and see if they're completely uploaded, and they are. So now it's time to start choosing where I want to put my pictures. Now I have a great picture right here of both of my boys that I would like highlighted. So I'm going to take it. Now this is a left click, drag, release, and my picture is going to populate here. You'll see over here, I've got the checkbox. That tells me that I put that already in my layout. While that one's loading up, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with some of the others. Got a picture of my little one. I want him right over here. A picture of the bigger kid right here in the middle. Whoops, a little bit too far. Let's choose another one. Want that one to go in here. Some nice close-ups of my boys. 1 and 2. And the very last picture is going to go right over here. Isn't that cool? Now I'm going to go back to where I started, click on my picture, and I can make some slight adjustments if I choose to. It's a little bit off center here. Let me click out so you can not see the hand. It's just a little bit off center, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scale this picture and zoom in just a touch, and the hand, I can now drag my picture a little bit and I can center it exactly how I want my picture. How cool is that? When I'm done, click out of it. Next picture over here, again, slightly off and slightly far. So I'm going to zoom him in just a little bit. Move him through, get him centered, and he's good to go. Let's take this one here at the bottom. Let's zoom him in. Well, that looks about right. Move him down. And you know what? How do I look at this one again? I think I want to zoom him in just a little bit more again. I can do that. That's what's cool. If I change my mind, I can zoom back out again.